I mean, I can still do it myself. It's not bad. Or Core can, and it's also not a big deal. Molo's 5 minutes out, he says.
I wonder if I can stay in Cat and do it because I get 20% extra healing from a talent. And my CDs.
You can try and find out. ETO still, right?
I also did it last time, so I feel confident in how to do it. So maybe having the other tank, Ghoulbane, and Chi kind of take one of them.
Okay, let's just do the trash, and we'll figure the details out after.
All right. Bobane, if you want to get right, I'll get left. Okay. We should be fine with this trash. Here we go.
New people, when the water ones die, stand in their little ground effect, it gives you 50% more damage.
Wormrest Accord, attack!
They have broken our defenses. The very earth turns against us in Deathwing's name. You must hurry. Wormrest falls as we speak. All is lost.
Tiragosa yet lives. We must press on to the temple. Advance to the front. The siege must be broken. Wormrest Accord, defend the line.
I will turn this tower to rubble and scatter it across the wastes.
Either gear.
Get the stuff on the right first.
Remember to pull
This one is patting back through, yeah. And then
the
I'll
water.
drag it down into the next group.
Yeah. Molo, when you're prepping healing plans, it's 3 H pals, including yourself, Ember, and Muck right today. So it's 5. Is there a shout? Well, okay, awesome.
Make sure you're getting interrupts on these.
Can the Mojo people, can you type like 1 in chat if you're a healer? We're just trying to figure out for Molo to plan things.
I'm a healer, but I can also switch DPS if needed.
I
In our
think it
current,
needs-
yeah,
Current, yeah.
yeah, we'll need the healing for sure. Okay, so Molo, those are them.
So that's 6.
Yeah, good. It worked out. Yep. Okay, how are we gonna split these groups up? It's not as easy with in 10. Yeah. Try to keep at least 1 rogue in each side, just to be ready in case there's a backup soak needed.
Yeah. Cross, and then our other tank is complete.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna stick Cora with you, and Legacy can be the other Soaker. Is that the plan?
Oh, I guess we could do double locks if the other lock is ready for it. If not, a rogue can do it, or Russ can do it, or she can do it.
And also the second just-
For the Mojo guys, I don't know if this is your first night in here, or did you do some 10, or have you done 25?
I think for the most part, it's a lot of our first times in here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So when you, I don't want to insult you, but when we pull the boss, and we'll have Ghoul start on the pull, everybody just be stacked on the boss's butt. When he gets to 90%, they split, and they always go to the same place every time. Ghoul will be tanking, continuing to tank Morchok, and I'll be grabbing the ad that pops in, the second version of him, and I'll be taking it to square. And you're going to want to put Morchok on triangle. And it's really just a process of getting the motions down between when you can move and when you can't move for a stomp. If you see his cast bar that he's casting stomp, you don't really want to be moving as a tank. And after that, that's when you kind of get the boss to the crystal when it forms on the ground.
You know, just for the learning purposes, it might be good if perhaps Chi tanks this boss as the second tank, and we have Ghoul as the soaker for Cross's side.
That'll make it go faster.
So then, and Ghoul can like mimic Cross, and he can learn by being the second person always stacked on Cross. And then Core can be the soaker for Cheese because they were a team last time. And so that can open up for Melee.
That'll work.
That's probably the
Then-
best. So then,
then-
yeah, Ghoul. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ghoul, just stick with Cross then. You need to be the second closest person to the boss.
No, you need to be on.
No, no. Yeah, it's relative to the main tank, the current angle
Right.
chart. So Ghoul, the person who's marked with square is Cross, which is ironic. I know it's hard to. He's on blue side, so you're going to the blue marker. And Ghoul, your goal is to just like try to be as pixel perfect on the main tank as possible. You're going to take stomp hits. You're going to use defensives when the stomp's about to hit you, just to soak extra damage, be in tank form, but you're not actually tanking. You can damage, just don't pull threat, and just stay on top of Cross the whole fight. And it'll make sense. And then from there, you can learn how to tank it in when you're the main tank in that role.
Okay.
And then, so everyone else, whatever side you're assigned to, you stay on that side. We're going to pick our 7 soakers of the crystal per side.
Everyone who's on a side that's not a healer and isn't a tank or stomp soaker is a crystal soaker.
There you go. So that includes melee. So basically, anytime a crystal spawns, the main tanks are going to drag the big guy to a crystal as best they can. The soaker is going to be on the tank so that they're the secondary soaker. Everybody else who isn't a healer is just going to, within reason, get to a new crystal, and there's going to be a beam on the closest 7 people, but it doesn't matter as long as you're not what Molo said, like you're not a healer or a soaker of the stomp. You will just place yourself on a crystal. You want the beam to be blue, but just the simple way of looking at it is you're touching the crystal. Anything less than that is you're increasing the damage intake, and you're just going to chase crystals, and then it's going to be the middle phase where you're going to be dragged into the middle of this rock formation, and you're going to run out on the other side of dual rocks, and Molo can talk about where to run.
So yeah, so that's phase 1. Basically, you want to be within 25 yards of the boss, so that you're always in range of the stomp. If you go out of range of the stomp, you might kill someone, and then crystals pop up. If you're not one of the people that's double soaking the stomp or a healer, then you need to be on top of that crystal. The tank should be and then after that he'll suck everyone into him and put up a bunch of pillars, and then you should run to the outside to be safe. So like blue from where we are, you should run left, and green from where we are, you should run right. So that there's no overlap. If you run to the middle, you might get black blood from the other boss maybe.
Yep, and then that phase ends, we retank, we do it again, probably have another transition phase, and then we're gonna pop here around 30-ish to 20-ish%, depending on the situation. We're probably gonna hold damage at 25, was it?
It was 28 and 10, but we don't know what it's
Yeah.
going to look like in this.
Because we want to make sure that he hits 20 when we're in the transition time, give or take. It gives us bonus time where we can damage him and he's not nuking us. And then we zerg it out.
Couple other things. Like Muck said in chat, when you're hiding behind the pillars, it's usually pretty easy to find a spot where you can still be attacking him if you're ranged. And then another thing is, at the start of the fight, everyone needs to run up to the boss and stack right behind the boss, because we might get a stomp before he splits. I know when we were doing 10-man, we were missing his first stomp only by like a second or 2. So it's very possible that on 25 we'll get a stomp before the split. So just be ready to deal with that. And as much as possible, I'm gonna put an icon on a healer on each side. That worked on 10-man. Try to be stacking on your healers. I know us Holy Paladins really appreciate it, and it's a really healing intensive fight. So try to be stacked up as much as possible. You'll end up stacking on crystals a lot anyways, but just try to stack up for heals.
And particularly melee, this is a warning for you want to be max melee range and never be the second closest, like the closest person to the main tank. You want that to be core, and you want that to be ghoul on their sides respectively. Never creep in and steal their closeness and then steal the stomp. Rogues, be ready to back up in case they die for some reason to be a secondary stomp taker. And remember, you have to use feint just before stomp occurs if you're a rogue.
A couple people are missing flasks.
Draker answers if you need a flask, or Cora dances. Is the name on the PTR.
Were you gonna mark the healer
Yeah,
on each side?
do that right now.
All right, let's see what it looks like. Remember, Chi's starting.
Oh, did we sign the sides? Is
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
groups?
I put
Group
it in
1
chat.
and 2 to the left.
Okay.
4 to the right. He gave a couple specific assigns.
You seek to halt an
Stack
avalanche.
up on circle right now.
I
A lot of
will
you are out of range.
bury you. Got to fight me alone.
Okay, get to your sides.
Splits to small
Warchalk crystal.
crush.
Warchalk crystal. Cochrome crystal.
You're too close.
Let's get that fixed on the voice.
Beware.
Oh yeah, they're way too close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you've done this before.
Hey, I had mine on my mark.
Docs 2 died on the first stomp. Were they close to the tank or something?
He took a 185,
I was
175.
I'm not sure.
If whoever was supposed to be the stomp soaker wasn't close enough, and you were the second closest, you'll die like that.
Yeah,
I
was
think
anyone on top of Chi?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's probably all it was.
So a few things. Let's Ghoul. Can you fix your push to talk? It's blasting the game sounds into everyone. But Core, obviously that means that you were close enough to Chi, or somehow they intercepted from you. I don't know if it's what that is.
You mean
Emperor,
for the first one?
Yeah, it's you for the first one. 'Cause
Okay, I assumed the 2 tanks would be doing the first one,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
assumed
the
it would be
same.
tanks for the first one.
Okay, well, whatever. I wouldn't want to put Cross in that position in this scenario because he might have to be grabbing the boss, and he's like waiting.
He has tons of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have enough time. That's fine.
Okay.
I can do it.
Okay, then
no
it's
problem.
Second thing, Ember. I don't know if it was a rhetorical question or not, but just so it's clear, everybody who's assigned, who is not a healer and not a tank, like a stomp soaker specifically, we are crystal soakers. The beam simply is telling whoever it's pointing at that you're one of the closest 7, but that has nothing to do with the assigns. If you're one of the crystal soaker people, which is most of us, it doesn't matter if the beam's on you or not. You have to get close to the crystal, and then the beam will go on you.
Yeah, I was just asking because the beam was on me the whole time, even though I'm not a soaker. So.
Yeah. So someone has to do their responsibility, and they will take the beam from you.
Yeah, the crystal soakers, what your priority is staying close enough for the stomps, and then as soon as stomps go out, you're getting to the crystal.
Here we go.
And there's no reason not to just be stacked up behind the boss on the pole.
You seek to halt an avalanche. I will bury you. Got to fight me alone. The earth splits
Sides.
to small and crush.
Chi, the crystal's behind us. Chi, you're going the wrong way. Stay in the stomp.
It was inevitable.
So yeah, so there we saw the boss was pulled out of range of the crystal, but you have time before the crystal blows up to soak the stomp. So there's always a stomp first before that crystal. So you can make sure you're in range of the stomp and then go to the crystal.
Are the crystal soakers assigned, or is it just anyone who?
It's everyone who's not soaking the stomp.
Yeah, if you don't have a specific job and you're not a healer, you are going to the crystal.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So in this phase that's happening right now, we're just line assigning behind the crystals then?
Yeah, and like
Spikes.
if you see like the west side, there's like two next to each other. There's pretty much always going to be a gap between those that range can shoot through. It may not look like it, but it's some weird geometry shit going on.
Yep. So just so it's super clear, if you're not core, ghoul are 2 tanks and a healer, the 6 healers, you are soaking a crystal on your side. Everyone. There's no leeway in 25 man. Everyone who's not those people is on a crystal when there's a crystal, assuming a stomp isn't coming.
Yep. But I mean, ideally, the tank will be moving the boss so that you can move to the crystal and not have to worry about the stomp. But if you're out of range of the stomp, it's on you still.
It's okay to be in the little red zone of that crystal, right?
Yes, that's just like
yeah.
That just gets smaller as it gets closer to blowing up.
Because that's just so people know, that's when it turns to the blue line, is if you're right on the edge of that red zone.
Yeah. All the line does is shows the 7 people that are closest and how much damage they're going to take. So it will change depending on who's closer and who's not. Like if you move out and someone else moves in, it could change. It doesn't really matter. Just when it blows up, you need to be on top of it. If you're one of the people that's supposed to be doing it. Also, healers just don't be afraid to pop cooldowns. It's a really healing intensive fight. Use whatever you got. Worth noting for any holy paladins, you can aura mastery resistance aura for the crystal explosion because it's shadow damage.
Okay,
or
I was doing
aura mastery
Evo aura.
Do you guys have someone else hit up by chance?
Do we have what?
Is that sweet?
You guys have someone else, like, because my girlfriend wants me to get off.
I don't at the moment. Are you looking to drop?
That's what I just said. Yeah, my girlfriend wants me to get off.
You need a fill?
Yeah, we have someone that we can fill. Yeah.
Okay.
For a healer.
Is it a healer spot?
He's a rogue.
Oh, okay.
We can get Laura.
Yeah, I was sitting out just for that situation. So
yeah,
it works out.
Let's get a stone up.
For left group, accelerated. Are you doing the soaking?
No, my side ghoul is the soaker, like
Ghoul, gotcha, okay.
the stomp soaker.
Yeah,
Rogues are like a backup in case for some reason the core or ghoul die.
Gotcha. 10-4. Thank you.
He just log out in the middle.
I
He's
think
gone
he
now.
might have, yeah.
You can come in now, Lord. I think.
There we go. Yep.
This is a fight where if you have a defensive cooldown, you should be using it as often as possible.
Yeah, I just unglyphed my divine protection. So we'll get some face level.
This isn't a fight where I'm gonna need to have AMZ, right?
Might be good
you
for a
can pop
crystal.
AMZ on the crystal.
Okay.
It's definitely worth doing.
Which side is Lord
So
on?
what I gathered is that I'm gonna be part of a soak group because I'm not one of those special people.
Yep, you will be soaking the crystal. That's correct.
And is somebody running Diva Aura for each side?
I think we have
I
with
have it on my.
Okay.
Fuck! you.
All right, here we go.
You seek to halt an avalanche.
Your power is great, but you are destined for even greater.
Got to fight me alone.
So if you didn't get hit by that stomp, you're too far.
Splits to swallow and crush you.
Just make sure you don't run onto the tank. You can wait for the stomp here. Be on the tank. Stir the soaker.
Beware.
Okay, get ready to run out.
And the black blood of the earth consumes you.
Try to run with your healer too, guys.
There's not really any damage on this part, so we're good.
Yeah, but it's often good to let the healers catch up.
Yeah.
Make sure you're giving your soakers room. Don't be too close to the tank.
Make sure you're in range of the stomp, guys. We don't need to be so far away. So, I'm missing like
Unstoppable.
people are definitely in the wrong spots.
Pengu, get ready to feint your stomps.
Yeah, we only have 11 people on this side, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, we had an extra person and like 3 people inside.
Okay, so let's wipe it up. Note for Cross. Cross, you got to work on getting closer to the crystal, like even a few seconds closer. It's you're planting too far away. So the people who do have to go to the crystal at the correct crystal time are outside of stomp range. It's too far away.
No. Sorry, not no to what Excel was saying. No to the question in the chat.
Was it not?
Group 1 and 2 were on the left, right? That's Kokrom.
Yeah, on blue.
Yeah.
Got it. Then I was on the wrong side.
Yes, Sion, you were
That's
on
why I asked.
the wrong side. Yep. And then I think it was like Lorid and a bunch of people in group 4 were on the wrong side. So group 3 and 4 are on the right, on green. Yep. I just like, I'm looking at people to heal and like a bunch of people are out of range. I'm like, that's people I'm supposed to be healing.
Anyway, so that is the fight. We do that one time or so. When it hits 28-ish%, we probably hold probably 25 on 25 mode, but we drip it down to like 21%, and then we wait for transition. The transition, which is that ring thing, hits. We get him past 20. You do his damage from range, get him to like 15% or lower, and then we all come in. We Zerg. We still do mechanics, but the goal is to kill him in that Zerg phase. That's when we pop hero.
Yeah, I think group 5 people were all correct. It was just, yeah. I think it's fine. We'll figure it out. It's all good. Let's do it. Let's try to stop pulling early. We've pulled like on like 2 or 3 a couple times now.
Also, I can't stack with the group because you guys are too close.
You can
so
be
I gotta
pretty
be
close though.
No, I gotta be like if at triangle where I'm at. This is about how far I can be.
Okay, just be as close as you can. The damage, it's not a DPS first.
You seek to halt an avalanche. I will bury you.
You should be on circle and diamond right now.
Thought to fight me alone? The earth splits to small land and crush.
Get Kokrom far away. That's our crystal. Left side. Green side, that's our crystal. Green side, that's our crystal. Chi, that's you.
Trax, you're on the right side.
God, see, my group got switched.
Beware.
Chi, do you want to? Can someone get?
I can get cross.
I don't think
Cross-
we're gonna get both of us.
Oh, did cross go down?
I'm waiting until this is over to take it.
Yeah. Yeah, that cross can hold.
I don't
When you
know
get
if
back-
Locke can soak it on 25.
Opengu, take over.
Yeah.
Cross, just remember you have to spin him so that melee can attack him while being on the crystal. And also be safe away from you. Perfect.
Beware. And the black blood of the earth consumes you.
I'm gonna be taking the boss back towards square. Alright, that looks good.
Get cross.
You got him.
Good thing I didn't call to res me.
Are you back up and running, Crow?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll stop soaking again.
Oh, Peggy died on her side though.
You want me to run over there?
I mean, I don't think you're gonna make it in time, but
Transition's
I was
about
about
to
to transate and across the dead again.
Beware.
Every time it transitions, I freeze.
Okay, well, yeah, Cross is dead. I don't know. Maybe Rust try and I'll soak on this side.
I'll go bear.
Yeah. And I'm soaking on Crom.
They're almost at 25.
Yeah, I think we just have to push it.
Yeah, push. Let's hear out right now.
Yeah, that's good. Get stacked on your sides.
Really use cooldowns out there.
melee use cooldowns whenever there's a stomp on pole side.
I died.
Yeah, our tanks died out more.
Yeah, we're down here.
About 20 seconds until a phase, but that was pretty good.
Damn, Cross, sometimes you just fucking explode. Also, Cross, you took a crystal on your first death.
So that was a stacking issue for the rest
Yeah,
of the
so
group.
somebody didn't get close enough on our side, yeah. I did not get a soul stone, so.
I got one.
We'll let you have one, yeah.
I'm just gonna go for 2 reses. Oh, Illy's up on the other side. Illy, just res everyone over there. Yeah, so Cross took 65k from a crystal and then died to a melee right after. So
Yeah.
be having that.
So that'll help. That'll be less happening now that he's spinning. That was pre-spinning suggestion. That's why I said it. Because some melee are like not paying attention at the timings, and they're on the butt, but the butt was further away than Cross, if that makes sense. So with the spin, even the people not paying attention will be closer to the crystal than Cross.
People just need to pay attention. Yeah, tanks just get completely chunked on this fight. It's wild. Cross died to a melee from 60k.
Yeah, it seems like there's some heavy tank damage after each stomp.
Yeah, well, the stomp, it increases physical damage taken by 100%.
Let's get a cookie.
Which doesn't affect anyone else. The only reason it does that is so that you can't have the bosses together, because they don't stack and you'll just like die to the stomps. But it does increase the tank damage a ton. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a good time for tanks to pop cooldowns if they have them.
You seek to halt an avalanche. I will bury you. You thought to fight me alone? The earth splits round
It's our
and
crystal
Just behind us, G.
Behind G. Careful of the stomp here, please. So everyone who ran to the crystal and ignored what I was calling about the stomp.
Itchy up, itchy up. I think we're just gonna die on our side.
So we just need to be on the crystal before it explodes then?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's 10 seconds from spawning to that to explosion, so there's quite a bit of time.
Oh, so you wanted us to soak the stomp first?
Yes, the stomp hurts much, much worse than the crystal
I just
does.
went for the crystal. Yeah, my bad.
There's almost never a rush to a crystal. You'll always have breathing room to get a crystal. The thing is, you can't leave stomp early. The tanks are trying to help you do your job in that sense too by slowly bringing the tank over to the crystal, but if there's a stomp coming, they can't move the boss because it messes with the range. So they kind of plant where they are, you soak the stomp, and then you finish your crystal responsibilities.
And the crystal takes like 10 seconds to blow up, so you have time to get there.
And just because I saw it in officer chat, just to be clear, the bosses are desynced, and the original Morchuk always has the earlier sync. It's Morchuk, then the other one. Morchuk, then the other one.
Yeah, I was looking at logs, and it's like exactly 10 seconds after. Kokrom always does the same ability. It's like most things these days, it's an ability queue. So when the timer comes up, that means he can cast it, but he doesn't necessarily cast it right away.
And of course, as we've seen, the first crystal, like if it appears in its kind of middle because the boss is still in the middle, it's always green sides.
Yes, yeah, green
So-
side is always first.
Blue can leave, do our thing. Green soaks that first crystal.
You seek to halt an avalanche. I will bury you. You thought to fight me alone? The earth splits round and rush.
You'll probably just get there, Chi. Yeah, right on that crystal, guys.
Was inevitable.
Get Ember up.
Sorry, I got turned around and went to the wrong side.
Beware.
This thing.
There is no escape from the old gods.
I mean, it kind of hurt. At least this hurts on 25. 10, this it's a joke.
And for the Mojo people, this is basically what 10 looked like for us when we were learning it. Just takes a bunch of times for people to understand where they need to stand.
Yeah, it's just positioning and timing.
Yep.
Stomp first, crystal second.
And he melts. It's not really a very long fight.
Can we just pull the boss to have him run to the group? That way the range doesn't have to move and everybody can be in the stomp.
You mean the first
It
one?
takes like 5 seconds to walk forward. It's not that bad.
Says the guy who
I'd like to set up an ignite though. Blink.
All right, here we go.
It's a GCD, you can't do that.
You seek to
You gotta stop that.
halt an avalanche. I will bury you. Thought to fight me alone? The earth splits round and rush.
Make sure we're getting on that crystal, guys. I was standing near it, but not on it, and I got hit by it. So you need to be right on it.
Taking him back towards square.
Get cross up.
Died on again. You guys, we're making the same mistake on left now. Is we gotta wait for the stomp first before we cut it out.
Yeah, there was also positioning issues. Excel took the full brunt of it without Thane because he probably wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
They just stay in the poison. We can reset quickly.
Same with Tiztok, which again was just kind of compounding from Excel dying. So again, if you're not Ghoul and you see the blue mark near you on cross, you need to move immediately.
Yeah, I'm trying to, after the intermission, I'm trying to reset back towards square because we don't want to get off and end up too close to the ads that are down by the rim down there. Just trying to recenter us.
Pengu, yes. With 25, yes.
Oh great, now we got a dragon in the way.
Seek to halt an avalanche. I will bury you. You got to fight me alone.
No stomp.
Beat it.
Oh, okay.
To swallow round rush dust.
Go ahead and just get fired up so we have all soakers.
Ooh.
Beware.
All those blue side people, you saw that, how Stomp was way before that crystal was ever going to pop. You can't go to the crystal early.
We were actually slow in the crystal because of how close the stomp was, so we need the tanks really to be moving towards it.
Ross, I assume you OFC rolling after that stomp or during the stomp.
I think I had Vamp Blood running.
If you want to run idea first, I guess, just because first one's a little more hectic.
Okay.
So we start ramping up AoE damage or AoE healing. Because he starts slapping.
Yeah, I could do that.
Do we have a stone skin on this side? On green side? Stone skin totem. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I was trying to look for it. I didn't see it, but maybe I just missed it.
Just out of reach.
I just don't understand why people are like. I don't understand why Laura died there. Was he close? He must have been too close to the tank.
Yeah. If you take 100, if you take more than 75,000 or so, you're the one that's taking the extra damage.
Yeah. So let's just make sure we're not standing on the tanks, guys.
Probably should repair mount. Anyone who's been battle res is probably going to break next death.
You seek to halt an avalanche. I will bury you. You thought to fight me alone? The earth splits to swallow and crush you. Run and perish.
Hold. Wait for stop.
Cross bring it closer, but then be ready for stomp, everyone. Nice.
Beware.
Healers, this is a good time for a conk pot too.
What?
Concentration pot.
Oh, I get that.
Make sure you're not closer to the tank than the soaker. Wait for stop.
Beware.
You want Boro up?
Yeah, go ahead and get him up.
Again, we'll be bringing him back towards square.
We're gonna hold DPS at like 25. Start pulling dot.
About to have a vortex anyway.
Creep it close to 20. Don't hit 20. There you go. Okay.
Once we get to positions, pop lust.
And remember to still do mechanics once we exit this. Same mechanic.
Drop a banner.
First try.
Nice job, everybody.
Nice. Let's go.
Yo, my neck.
The Twilight's hammer is retreating. The temple is ours. Fortify your positions
Okay,
within.
all pet users, please just make your pet disappear. They did not fix this bug. If you were to accept one of these flight mounts with a pet on, it would immediately attack the boss of that region. So disband your pet.
Head to your.
Yep.
Oh, which one are we going to?
Your.
Okay, good, good.
Gee, this is the slime one. We did this one on her out to like 20%.
This one's pretty rough, right?
It's easier than Zon.
This one is much more doable than the other one.
Oh, okay.
Like on 10 man, our best pull on this one, we got it to 20%.
And we 9-manned that one basically the whole time.
Yeah, it felt very doable.
There's just one combination that's kind of crappy, right?
Purple
Yeah, well,
might be a little bit more difficult to deal with on 25 man.
there's one that like makes you keep green. That isn't the worst one, but it's also not great because you actually do have to spread a bit, and on 25 it's worse.
Yeah, that too. The big thing across the Void Bolt dot, it's gonna hurt a lot harder on 25 man. So we may need to do a tank swap.
Yeah.
Like 4 stacks. I think that's what I
No,
saw.
maybe less than that. I don't even think you get up that much higher than that.
Okay.
Like I think the most I saw you get to is like 5 stacks. So like
So maybe at 3 then?
2 or 3.
Okay. All right. Let's grab this trash and get started.
Yeah, what's here? For this, we want to do blue first. So single target these down.
Chief, for this boss, you're probably just going to be cat.
Especially
we can't.
2D tanks.
Yeah.
Oh,
can't
don't.
afford.
Yeah, don't deal with except with big deals when he's got shadow like this.
See that on the cross right now? See how it's stacking up? If you can't see the stacks, you need to fix that. But you can see every time he gets up to 5 stacks, it's doing an AoE on the raid. So when that happens during the fight, it's going to be on everyone at the same time. And basically, if even one person gets up to 5, it's probably. So that's something you need to really be careful of. There's a list of things that do and don't cause stacks of that. If you don't know that, if you're in our Discord, I don't know, Cross, can they see the strategy discussion?
Probably not.
Oh, stack up on this, stack up on this. Everyone get ready to melee ring. We all link it in social chat, but there's a nice Wowhead post that had pretty good an outline of all the things that do and don't give stacks. So there's some H-Pals in the raid. Word of Fury does not give any stacks on purple. Another thing you can do is you can heal pets to transfer beacon heals to tanks, and that doesn't give any stacks.
I'll just stick a healing touch.
Yeah, you can use like rejuve, and it only does 1 stack when you initially cast it. But I'm not sure if that's more or less healing.
Oh, quick cross, we gotta grab people, bro.
He doesn't want those apparently.
We gotta spread out here.
Oh, my anti-rest.
So this is these are a preview of all the fight mechanics.
Yeah, you can't chain pull these trash in 25. 10 men you can. You can't. On 25.
Say, because we sure did in 10.
I don't think we ever pulled more than 1 pack.
No, but we just pulled without like.
We chain pulled them though.
Or resing it up.
I don't think we had anybody die when we did it in 10.
No, I think everyone is stacked up.
Chica, resto, and heal yourself real quick. Or not.
Rub.
Just gonna run it back.
Yeah, I don't know why we're still healing. Like, just die.
No.
Stop death striking. Stop everything. A bubble heart. Oh.
You're not getting a summon if you bubble hearth on trash.
All right. Well, while everyone's running back, I'll actually explain the fight because the Mojo people probably don't even know the fight yet.
I'll run in.
So, the concept is the boss is tanked in the center. He's the big guy. On heroic, it's going to be 4 slimes that spawn. On normal, it's 3, but they spawn from different directions. They're different color themes. Depending on the color, it has a different application onto the raid, and they make combos. So the 4 come in. You can kill one of the 4, so you have an option to choose, and then the other 3 get applied onto the boss, and then hilarity ensues. Depending on the color, different things happen. There are ones that are worse than others, and so you can actually look at the colors and make proper combos. And so Foji, which we use, will tell us the exact one to kill. So you're going to hear somebody call like kill green or kill yellow. It's probably one of those 2 colors because they're the worst. So it spawns, you run to it, you kill it, you get back to the boss, you respond to whatever the colors are, and we'll go through some combos in a second. And you repeat that 9 or 10 times and the fight dies. Polo?
Yeah, I just wanted to check because you have to set up the Foji one to tell you the right one. I don't think his default choices are what we want. I have it set up, so yeah, Cross just passed me raid lead. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's
I
gonna
just
be
want
in
to
like
check one
custom
thing with you,
options.
Excel. The first combo is purple, green, black, blue. Do we want to kill green or black?
You always want to kill green.
Okay. Because either it could go either way, but green sounds fine to me. On 25 man especially, yeah, it sounds good. It's just then we have to deal with ads.
Yeah,
Because
let's
you can deal with the green on that combo if you kill black.
yeah. Basically, let's do the setting where it's green or yellow, like nothing else than
Yeah,
that.
that's how I have it then.
Okay. Okay.
All right, move up
Anyway.
on square if you're ready.
So the colors that we're seeing right here is red. If you see red, always stack on the boss, except for we have green. So it's both stack and green. So we're going to Zerg green as best as you can and then stack on the boss, which the boss being the red one right now.
Here we go.
Single target on the green, spread out.
But then be ready to collapse onto the red one. Like, head in right now. Everyone should be on there. Physically and by attacking. And you see, that is the worst case combo, red and green at the same time. So that's why in the actual boss fight, we almost always kill green, because there's a high chance that we'll have to spread and stack to keep both green and red up, or black. So black is also a stack, red is a stack. You're probably going to get one or red or...
That's why you kill.
Yep, because it's easy. Yep. Yellow makes everything worse, and so when you don't have that weird combination, then usually the default back is to kill yellow, because yellow sucks. Just, I wish we could kill yellow every time, but we can't. So in this case, we're going to kill green, and we're going to stay spread, because green sucks, but purple and blue are the least sucky ones. They're special cases.
Yeah, let's kill green first, I guess.
Yep, stay spread,
I mean,
kill green.
Blue on the trash sucks, but it is what it is. Okay, get ready to spread out.
All right. Here we go.
There's also purple on this one, so watch the stacks on people if anyone gets the debuff.
Oh yeah, I wanted to say something about that. So like Molo mentioned, when it hits 5, it explodes on that person. And he said like it's probably a wipe. Yeah, and he said it's probably a wipe on heroic. If it hits 5 on a single player, it will be a wipe because it will explode and kill everybody.
Cross has the debuff.
Yeah, on 25, on the actual boss, it will apply to every single person.
Yeah, and it's just a one hit. Everyone's dead on heroic. So basically, the rule of thumb with healing in this fight, whenever there's a purple, and purple will almost always be up because it's free once you understand the mechanic, is that you just gotta watch your stacks. Your responsibilities is healing assigns. Healing assigns, and never go above 4 because when it gets 5 is the explosion.
So we're gonna divide up like everyone's assigned to a group or something?
Yeah.
Seems like Atonement isn't setting it or like counting towards the stack.
It does for Holy Fire Atonement, I'm pretty
Oh
sure.
yeah, you cannot Holy Fire. Holy Fire is a Raid Wiper. Tranquility is a Raid Wiper. Divine Hymn is a Raid Wiper.
I mean, should we test though, just for science?
Science is healing rain is usually not that useful as a heal, but it's one stack per person defense. And generally when you're doing purple you're all stacked up, so it's basically putting a stack on everyone. No, it's one stack initially, and then that's it.
If you, I was reading that if you run out of the AoE, it also counts as like a reapply, right?
Yes, if you run out and back in, then you get a
great.
Basically, the way that Healing Rain is being used in the heroic attempts that I was watching with Jordy is that it's specifically called in special cases and only in certain times, and it's up to healer lead to call it.
And the reason it's not that OP is because generally when you're dealing with purple, you're all stacked, and it's only hurting like a couple people at a time. So if you're putting down healing rain, then you're just putting a stack on everyone, even though not everyone needs heals.
Yeah, so usually it's not relevant, or it's relevant in that it's not necessary. Anyway, so I can run through the colors once more, just because I actually didn't do a full coverage of the colors. So is the guy back? Because I don't want to have to say it twice.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, cool. So red, all you need to know is that you must stack inside the boss. Inside, not a little bit inside. And this is really shitty for hunters because you don't like hearing this, but I literally mean inside the boss. Any distance away from the center of the boss, you do extra damage, and on heroic, it really sucks. And when it's plus yellow, it's a wipe. Okay, so when it's red and we call stack, inside the boss. Black, also stack, but the reason why we stack is because it spawns adds from the top of the air. They'll randomly fixate. There's no aggro table, and they'll change their fixate sporadically throughout the fight that they exist. We have to stack because they have to be grouped together because we AoE them down. So both red and black are stack. Green is a 4-yard around your character AoE burst for anyone who's near you. Because of that, it really sucks, and so we usually kill green. But if there's ever a scenario where green exists, you must be 4 yards away from anybody else. Okay? What's next? Let's do... what's our yellow? I'll do yellow next. Yellow makes all the other colors worse, and also turns the ability he does on the tank to be an AoE that hits everybody in the raid. It just sucks. It makes everything worse, damage-wise. That's about it. Then we have blue and purple. Blue and purple are the special cases. These are the weird ones that actually don't really suck, but they do suck. Blue, when blue gets applied, a mana void, it's a big blob character, drops onto the map, and it kind of randomly roams the space until it dies. When it gets dropped and applied onto the ground, it sucks all the mana away from everybody. So the first time it drops, it's gonna drop, sucks away your mana, and then everybody who has mana recovery cooldowns will pop them. You'll make do. And we're going to have certain people kill the mana void when it makes sense to get it down to about 10 to 13%. Because when the mana void gets to 4%, it dies. 4% is death. And when it dies, it gives all the mana back to everybody equally within its reasonable range. So the way that you break this mechanic is you deal with the first mana void, you use your mana recovery to get some usable mana back. Then we get blue again. A second mana void drops. It sucks all the mana you have, but then we immediately kill the first mana void and you get all that mana back from the first time. And then you do this infinitely all fight. And because that's a solved problem, blue will almost always be allowed to live. We'll never kill a blue. So just be aware that if the mana void is existing, don't cleave it if we're trying to keep it alive for the next blue reset. Okay, that's kind of the theme of blue. Purple is that healing mechanic Molo keeps talking about, where if you do more than 4 heals on a person, it explodes the raid. So that's a healer mechanic. You just can't overuse your heals. And so based on all those 6 colors, there's combos, and we'll see them. But the general gist is that red and black stack right in there. We will call for hero in specific ones. The first thing we do as damage dealers is we stack and we AoE down the adds. And then once the adds are dead, you kill the boss. When the boss tells us to kill a new slime, we go to the slime and kill it. So to start, rogues, Russ, and Chi, we're going to kill the mana void, and we'll adjust based on that, okay? Molo, do you have any healing things you want to talk about?
If you can copy paste from chat, I put the link to the thing that I was talking about in there. It gives a good display of things that give stacks and don't give stacks. So like efflorescence doesn't give stacks, aside from the initial swift mend. So that's actually a really good heal. Frenzied regen doesn't give stacks. Word of Glory doesn't give stacks. Lay on Hands doesn't give stacks. Beacon of Light doesn't give stacks. Prayer of Mending doesn't give any stacks, so that's a good thing to be throwing on the tanks on cooldown. Things like that. Earth Shield doesn't give any stacks. Healing Stream Totem is free. Spirit Link Totem is free.
Do the pets get this debuff also? Like, are they gonna blow up
No,
if I heal
they
them?
don't. So you
Okay.
can do
So I
stuff.
could literally just abuse the shit out of Beacon.
Yep, that's what I'm planning to do as well.
Just be ready to kill the slime when it's called.
Yep.
Wallow, do you want to
Everyone,
call
as
it?
soon as the slime comes out, everyone switches to it except for the people that Excel told not to.
And I may adjust my list of mana void killers based on how it works in 25. It remains to be seen. We're gonna hero at the. Go ahead.
Are we killing green slime first? I'm assuming.
I'll be calling for it.
Okay.
Half the time it's green, half the time it's yellow, basically.
In that case, would you like to get closer to between them so we don't have to travel as far before the pull?
You want it to be in the middle, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, like, pulling right here while lanes are here and such. That's all.
The boss doesn't move once he starts doing that.
Okay.
It's just kind of on. DPS should have plenty of time to get over there, and it will just spawn if they're paying attention.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. The thing is that after the first pull, we're all going to be almost always stacked underneath the boss this whole fight, and so you're always running from the center. So it doesn't matter.
Okay.
We're going to hero when it's called. It will very likely be the combination where it's usually yellow, red, black. I believe that's when it's applied yellow, red, and black.
I'm curious to see how that is on 25. So when it's red, yellow, and black up, and I'll call for it during the fight too, that's when we're going to want to chain a lot of defensive cooldowns. So that's the time when you're going to want to use your AMZs, your powered barriers, your aura masteries, divine hymns, tranks, all of those basically. Feel free to pop all of your healing cooldowns when we have red, yellow, and black up at the same time.
Yep.
And so, related to that, try not to use your healing cooldowns outside of that, if you can. Alright, I think we're good. Let's do this.
All right, here we go.
Health stones also don't give stacks to purple, and neither does recuperating drugs. Feeling green?
I got to 3 that time, Molo.
Are healers just healing their groups, I assume?
When purple's up, yes.
Yeah. So this one.
We'll do that now.
So we also have blue, which means as soon as our mana's done being drained, I need everyone to pop their mana cooldowns. So I need Hymn of Hope, I need Mana Tide, Innervates if you got it.
We gotta just get this thing dead.
Yeah, everyone swaps to signs. It doesn't matter what you're doing.
Including tank.
We're going to be AoEing ads, so get ready to start. Mana cooldowns. Green.
And go to the slime. Let the ads
Cross up.
It got up this mana void. Everyone's stacked right up on circle. This is going to be the big AoE damage, so get ready to pop all your cooldowns.
inside.
We'll go ahead and taunt it. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it at 3. That was 4.
Oh, that's spicy.
So we're obviously going to wipe here, but you see how there's ads that have just dropped? That's a yellow mechanic. These ads, once we escape into the next slime to be killed, they're no longer super powered. They still hit, but they're not the end of the world. And so if there's ever forgotten ones who are still alive, but we're saying, okay, now we're killing this color, you can go and attack the new color, leave the ads to be cleaved casually. They'll die eventually, but the priority is to get to the next color whenever it's called. And try to stay on whatever slime is creeping and being killed, because then the cleave, like the creature will be on the slime itself for cleaving. But to be clear, that scenario is the hardest part of the fight. You basically get one of those statistically per attempt, and if you make it through, the rest of the fight is done.
So who is on the Mana Void and killing that then?
Right
is that
now,
a melee thing?
It's currently being the 2 rogues and the 2 cats, and I'll adjust it based on what our findings.
Based on how that poll went, we might want to not necessarily do that and just like have people dotted up. I'm not sure. We can adjust. We'll keep it as is for now.
We never got a second blue, so we never actually did the slime killing.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we'll see. We can leave it as is for now.
The finesse move is that you have DKs grip it in when it roams, and you cleave it. Even when it's like 100%, you start cleaving it, and then it runs away, and then you pull it in, kill it a little more, and then let it leave, and then, you know.
The Mana Void.
Are we gonna set up a rotation for that?
That's getting fancy. We're not gonna try that until we're a few attempts deep, you know. Let's just do gripping it in to cleave casually.
You have, yeah. I don't think we need to worry about that.
Yeah, that'll be like attempt 4 or 5. You know, let's just learn base mechanics here.
Okay, his doc's ready. So here we go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We'll just always do tank swap at 3 stacks. No reason not to.
Yep. All right, I'm at 3. Go ahead and taunt it.
Feeling great.
And then I'll take it back when it goes live.
Not putting the boss until hit this line, please.
Swap to that. Alright, everyone stack up right on the boss. As soon as the mana drain's done, get ready to pop your mana cooldowns.
Healer's drink.
Again.
We need this mana void dead now. Anyone who's
She'll lose.
What
dead?
Dead. Everyone get on the mana void.
Keep gripping it in too.
Oh no! Oh no!
So there's gonna be a wave of forgotten ones every slime then that we're gonna have to burn down.
Black summons.
Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah. Black
Okay.
is the thing that triggers Forgotten Ones spawning, and yellow on black spawns them twice.
And that's not something that gets tanked, right? Because I took a
Nope.
lot of melees.
They-
yeah.
Do we have a soulstone?
I can onk.
Pretty sure
We're
Mullah
gonna
should
do it.
have
We gotta
one.
do it quick.
Yeah, please on. Thank you.
So just to explain the black ad tanking situation, they are not tankable. They randomly fixate on somebody for a period of time, and then they'll pick a different person and then randomly fixate. And they will attack you, and there's nothing you can do about it in terms of threat dropping. Don't vanish. Don't ice block. Don't do anything that would drop your threat on it. Hitting you is by design, and the goal is that because it's random, there's no way to evenly distribute them. But if you do vanish and stuff, it puts it onto someone who might already have one, and that might kill them. So just accept that you're getting hit by it, stack in the raid, hope it dies. And if you, for people with Foji, you'll be seeing this on the newest version of Foji. When the Shadow Dudes drop, they're immune for a little bit, and they drop one at a time. So just to ramp up, you should be single targeting the fresh, like one that is newer. But note you don't just like drop your big hitter right off the top because it's immune. You know. And please do switch to killing them. We literally will never kill the boss if everyone still attacks the boss, or even like everyone has to swap an AoE if you have an efficient AoE, or do like chain lightning if there's the first three and it's like boom, 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 boom. You have to attack the ads. The ads must die, and then any bonus time goes on the boss.
All right, here we go. All right, Gull will be taunting. Everybody get to yellow.
Blue, purple, and black. So stack up on the boss. Get ready for magic attacks. Mouse, can you just go past this?
Bull's going to be taunting.
Stop healing Dante, please. You're hitting 5 stacks a lot.
Yeah.
Do people see the Foji number on their rate frames? The healers?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I've got it.
I'm only healing my group, so.
Like, I'm getting a lot of heals on myself, and I'm the only healer in my group.
So I noticed like there was a stack applied on everyone like almost immediately. So one thing, there's a finesse thing here. If you do something, a heal that will apply stacks if it was a hit, but you did it before the purple is active, but then the purple becomes active, it will continue to apply stacks after. So you can't cheat it like that. You just have to accept purple's coming, and you can't do the thing early.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, what I mean is like there's certain heals that will like every heal like tick it applies one, and if you apply it before purple's active, the future ticks will apply the thing. Just not, you know, the rule is not. Yeah.
I don't know that that's the issue we had, but yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, like a finesse move like Bell's doing, our DPS, if you want to start like between yellow and green, I mean, feel free. It's only relevant for the pull, because after that you're going to be starting from the boss. But I mean, I won't stop you. But if you want to be like,
There's no mechanics for the first little bit, so yeah. It's fine.
Yeah.
Does anybody have live blocks running?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, they're up.
You mentioned that you kept
Thank
getting
you.
heals on yourself. I think that Holy Shock is still bugged. It was bugged last time too. If you Holy Shock anything, it gives you a stack.
Seriously? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Yeah,
no
it's.
threat.
I don't think it's supposed to, but that's how it was working last PTR, and it seems like it's still working that way.
That makes sense, because last time I wasn't holy shocking at all. This time I'm holy shocking pets.
Yeah, because Holy Shocking Pets would be a good idea otherwise. But it gives you a stack, so just be careful.
Thanks,
of that.
Blizz. Appreciate that, though. That's probably what it is, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at myself like, why am I growing so much?
Where's the hunter?
Brax and Penguin, you guys ready?
I just put the logs in the chat there.
Well, I'm trying to find. Where's the hunter? Where's your pet?
One sec, was reading something, but I'll try it later.
Trax, you good then?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Okay,
I'll
here we go.
do it later.
Just go penguins. Good.
Penguin's back. All right, Ghoul's taunting.
Going green. So dealing with blue, purple, black. So stacking on the boss. Getting your mana cooldowns ready to pop.
Don't heal accelerated.
All right, taunting off me.
Going green.
Ember, I'll get your group for now. Yeah. That'd be good.
You guys kill this void, right?
Yep.
I pull it in right now.
Let's get. I'll switch to that mana.
Grip it, DKs.
Everyone stack up.
Taunting off me.
And DKs, if you have free grips, keep gripping the void zone.
Going yellow.
Remember, void killers stay with the void. Don't stay on the boss. I'm the only one attacking it. There should be 4 of us.
Rogues and cats.
Stacking on the boss again.
Voiders, be on the boss. It's too late.
Stop healing penguin.
Don't grip the void anymore.
Go ahead and taunt it.
Healing tracks.
You cross up, please.
It's
Die, never mind.
I don't know. We had something was going along because my group was getting a ton of stacks from somewhere.
It might be the SLT.
It should
Oh, that
be.
doesn't give sex.
It doesn't. Okay.
That's what it
Atonement
says.
gives stacks. I literally don't know what else it could be, honestly.
Not killing rating.
Do we know who it was that got 5 stacks?
No, I don't.
It should be in the log. If you look at debuffs, you'll see.
So while you look that up, just to be clear with our Mana Void,
Russ.
the free-for-all grips are the case for free-for-all grips is when it's like still at like 100 to like 50% health left, and we have a scenario where we have to stay stacked, but we want to get some free cleave in. Once it's like in the 30 or lower range, just leave it to the Mana Voiders, the 4 that have been assigned, and we'll line it up to be where it needs to be when it needs to be, and then there'll be a final grip to explode it when it needs to die. And just to be clear, it's the 2 cats and the 2 rogues. We need to, the second that we've been released to kill the slime, our responsibility is to attack the current void to about 15% or so. Once the void's at 15, we can attack the boss if that's the scenario. And then if there's a desperation where like the slime people are about to hit the water line and they're like, we need help, we break away from the void and help them.
It's the second void, right? Or once the second one comes out, kill the first void. Right.
The first void needs to be at 15 when the second one comes out.
Yeah. Basically, if so, our logic in our brains as these 4 people that I've talked about, rogues and the cats, if Mana Void exists, is it above 15%? Get it to 15 if we're attacking a slime.
Oh, okay.
Tracks, I don't know. You can ask Smolo that. I don't track that kind of stuff.
What's the question?
It was we using elemental resist totem question mark?
Yeah, we have that.
I mean, we have resistance order, right? So.
Yep. But yes, we do have we have the resist totem down as well.
All right,
which does matter if we leave green up.
We've got about 30 minutes left. Let's see how many pulls we can get in here. Here we go.
Yeah, I don't know if there's an easy way to see stacks in the logs. It's hard to tell.
Let's make sure that tanks are standing on each other. Just I noticed we taunted once and it like completely turned around, you know?
All right, taunting.
Killing green. So we're going to be dealing with red, black, and blue. So we're going to be stacking and getting rid of more organic ones.
So DKs, this is a great opportunity to, when it's high health, rip that Mana Void in, get some casual cleave, but then let it walk away. There's no pressure, but you know. Gotta stay in pain. Yeah, like that. It's like it's top of the life. We'll do some cleave and then it'll walk away.
Going yellow.
And now us 4, we kill the Mana Void now. Well, we get it down to 14%. Can we battle res Pengu?
Yeah.
Blue string.
Mana Void team stack on our boss. And
Suck up. Got black, blue, purple. Get that Mist Void down right now.
Field of Void. Keep pulling it in.
Keep gripping it. And then try to grip the other one too.
One cross.
Stop.
Going back on goal.
Feeling green.
Void team on void.
You can chill on this void. We don't have a blue this time. Blue, just go on the
all
boss.
on slime.
Just go on the boss. Or slime. Get that slime dead. Alright.
Hard
Oh, we
stack.
heal on this one.
AKA we heals all cooldowns. Yeah, right underneath the boss.
Are we heroing?
Yep.
If you have a self-defensive pop, you might be taking a forgotten one.
Go ahead and taunt it off me. It's on goal.
Here comes round 2. And remember, once it tells us to kill slimes, they're less powerful forgotten ones. So go kill your slime. Mana voiders go with.
Yeah, still no blue, so.
Yeah, mana voiders should be killing forgotten ones with the slime.
Focus slime, since we've been falling behind a bit.
Stack. Yeah, and pre-kill these forgotten.
These ads now.
Gotta get inside.
And taunt it.
Yeah, when we have somebody pop like that, it just puts healers really far behind.
Yeah, we can't do that. Yeah.
Are we atomic heal by any chance?
Yeah, I don't know. I tell you, you should
Yeah,
be
but
correct.
I've been watching and it's not giving stacks.
Atonement gives.
It sure
definitely gives
does.
stacks.
Yeah, it gives a
Yeah.
stack per.
And Holy Fire will do a ton of stacks.
Well, I haven't been trying to use that when purple's out.
That phase, I would just use nothing but like greater heal.
Yeah.
And palm.
I don't think palms give stacks, right? So
Yeah, it doesn't give stacks.
yeah, there was right there. Trax had 0 stacks, and I went to heal him, and he got like 4 immediately.
Yeah, that was
Well, I can't.
probably.
I mean,
I know that's not
Holy
just
Fire
you,
doesn't
but
even tick that fast.
and again, if you're not healers, you're only healing your group. Like cross, you gotta be running cooldowns and whatnot, but gotta be kind of rein it in kind of thing.
Yeah, because that's the. Other than that mechanic getting solved, that is the whole fight. We've seen all the weird combos. That is it.
We
And it's just about.
that.
Yeah, we survived the hardest part with ease. Because we understand the mechanic now. So just figure out that healing thing, and then we just gotta see it through.
Check your flasks. A couple people have dropped. Or they're expiring soon.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Is there a combo where we're leaving green up now?
There is one with Jordy's. I don't know if that's in our set though.
Let me see. Yeah, there is one where we leave green up. We haven't seen that yet.
In that one, melee, you stand on one other person at max. You kind of go around the ring. Our DPS. Go ahead.
So actually, from watching Jordy's logs, melee don't get targeted by it.
Interesting.
So they were spreading out, but I looked at their logs and only one melee ever got hit by it, and it was probably just because they were standing close to someone. So melee are fine. But like Holy Paladins, you need to go. On green.
And it's 4 yards. It's not too big, but you just have to be by yourself.
Huge, but
All right, taunting its on ghoul.
also across that time, killing yellow. Sorry. Across that last attempt, you like ran out to kill the slime while you were like getting chunked with purple on you. So maybe just be a little bit careful.
Nope, we're killing
Nope,
yellow.
we're killing yellow.
Killing yellow.
And then we'll be spreading.
This is the one we just talked about. By chance.
Yep.
So just be by yourself.
Spread out 4 yards spread.
And try to be away from melee just in case there's a splash scenario.
Don't be near the melee.
Yeah, I can see it everywhere.
If you want to casually grip the void in for cleave, DKs, by all means.
Go ahead and taunt it. Oh, got it.
Hit Molo up.
Kill green. And then we're
There's no
gonna.
blue, so yeah.
That's fine. We'll get it to like 20.
Black, so get ready for your cooldowns.
Okay, off the void and just let it live outside, and do not chain the void in. This is not a blue scenario.
Get right under the boss. Right on top.
Oh no, we're gonna lose the void. Try to not cleave the void if you can possibly. Yeah, it's about to pop.
Green. Get to green. What about that's too much?
Make sure you're stacked in the stack if you have a void on you. Or a beetle.
We're on stack. With blue, so hopefully I have improvements.
Hard stack inside, guys.
Go ahead and taunt it.
Mana void team on void.
No blue again, so just maybe chill on it a bit this time.
Yeah, let's get it to 40%. That's our new cutoff for those scenarios. Spawn bot.
Really good at that.
And the white.
Okay, so yeah, so wipe it up. Lessons learned is now. We'll leave it at 40 if it's not an immediate blue to blue. Other lesson is remember if it's approaching the water line and it's like not looking like a good kill time, you gotta call us off. We will respond. You just gotta let us know as mana voiders.
I mean, you can also just look because there's nothing else to do. But
I mean, we have to chase the void around. It's running around and stuff, so we're.
Okay. We'll try to call it.
If you're on slam duties and as soon as that slam spawns, you're not hitting it, you're not leaving fast enough.
All right, here we go.
Going green. Cooldown's ready, and get purple and black, so stacking for ads.
Has crit. Could be nice.
On yellow.
Get the void to 40.
Drink your pot if you need it, drinkers.
Break the boss.
There's no blue this time, so yeah. Stacking up again, red, black, purple is the combo we're dealing with. So AoEing adds, dealing with purple. And it's stacked right on the boss. Something just put one stack on them, right? Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
That's a good one.
Rasa.
Voiders will get it down to 14%.
We're gonna need people to split off for the slime.
Okay, so then go off to slime, and we'll need help killing it when it pops it.
It's low enough, probably.
We're also going to be spreading.
Spread out.
You're ready to swap the void.
Hit it now. Hit it now.
Pop the. Grip it into.
We had 5 steps below. Yeah, we just. We can just let it get to the boss. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's gonna wipe as soon as this mechanic starts going off, anyways.
So I didn't get any mana return from that mana void. Is that just because I wasn't close enough to it?
Yeah, you gotta be 30 yards.
That's the challenge of the one rare green plus popping a blue. It's, you know, technically you're spread, so you're further away, you know. It sucks.
Yeah.
We'll try to make sure it's gripped as centered as possible, but that's all we can do, you know.
Just if you don't have mana issues and you're range, like the alley shop, try to still pull as far away as you can. So like the mages and everyone can kind of cheat in.
The only other thing we haven't said yet, but if it comes to it, this is to know. Based on our DPS, we're roughly around 12% left on the boss. If it's like, oh, and here's a new slime to kill, we'll call for just Zerg boss, and we just stay on the boss, we kill him. If you react to whatever the mechanic that gets applied to the boss, it would apply all 4 if it reaches the boss in that time, and you just kill the boss before anything kills us. That's kind of our cutoff point for 12%.
All right. Here we go. Taunting it off.
Feeling green. This is the big AoE heals one.
Get inside. Get ready to use your personal.
Right Right in on circle, as close as you can be. No reason to be even that far away. I see someone standing in the back. Get in. We get all the way. Thank you.
Get Ghoul up.
Yellow. Keep up safe.
Void group, go with the forgotten ones and kill with the thing. This is the first blue, so there's no rush for this one. We'll take some casual grips once it's dropped.
Stop dealing tracks.
Green.
We are killing the void down to 20%. Although there's so many dead, we'll have to help with the ad. So, I mean, this is the situation with a wipe like this.
So Lumi's down, and my group is the tanks, Sion, and Spicy Tongue.
I can cover.
We get the Vance void in.
Get the man void down. Everyone on the man void.
Killing yellow.
And a void team on void. Full time, this has to die when it's time to kill.
Need big deeps on this. There, we need people to pull off.
Yeah, let's just wipe it up and have a one final hurrah pull. All right, so let's get everybody up. Let's get one more pull in here. It's our normal raid stop time, so we'll be cutting it off for the night.
obviously, I appreciate everybody, both from Avanti and Mojo, coming out tonight and doing some learning together. It was nice to hear some new voices and meet some new people as well.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
You bet. For the Avanti people, tomorrow we're going to try to come back in again. I think we had like 22 possible, and we have a bunch of people from I Hate It Here that want to tag along with us. So, figure if you can be on, to please be on tomorrow night, same start time. I got to eat. All right, ready to check for last pool. This is going to be a fun tier.
I think so too. Yeah, for sure.
All right, this is it. Here we go.
Going yellow. So we need to stack up tight on the boss. Stack up real tight for red, please. Okay, we didn't want a less there, but it's fine.
I mean, Shaman's pop if you can. I think we had a couple pop there.
Yeah, we had a few. Yeah, you got one more.
He sure did. What do you think this is, a BG?
Molten core.
Ah,
Just purge the mechanic.
then there'd be 40 of us.
It'll be interesting how much faster this dies, because it feels like the timer's really close, like in a couple weeks of gear, because even the DPS timer seems like it's going to be pretty rough for week 1 clears.
Yeah, the reality with this fight is once you've learned these mechanics, like we're just about, other than that healing debuff conundrum we're dealing with, it's really about beating the enrage timer, and so that's why you have to min-max, like melee. You attack the boss until your void time. You know, these little small things that you do so that you can get ahead of the enrage timer.
All right, well, again, hey, thanks, everybody. I know this isn't our normal raid night, but I really appreciate everybody coming out and putting some extra time in and getting some learning pools. It'll save us when this goes live. I'm gonna hop off here in a minute or two. Again, Mojo guys, thanks so much for
thanks
coming
again for
out
having
and
us.
hanging with
Thanks.
us.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks for coming along.
sure thing.
Appreciate
And